premium 2026. We package experiences, not information. We package results, not information. We package transformation, not information. What are you bringing to somebody else's life that can change their life forever? That's what you're packaging. That's it. Okay? Hey guys, it's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. I've helped hundreds of creative entrepreneurs and business owners to take back their free time, generate additional revenue, and celebrate while living that work from anywhere lifestyle through creating online courses and digital education. So I'm super excited that you are here. Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. Master one thing at a time. Practice makes better. And this has to work. Right? Let's get it. Welcome to In the Arena. Let me make sure we are good here. Okay, here we go. All right, welcome to In the Arena with Dr. Sonia. I'm super excited. This is episode 4. We're back for Hot Seats. Hot Seats was amazing last week, oh my God, on Tuesday. Okay, it's Thursday. So welcome back. I'm super excited that you are here. If you are brand new and you have no idea what this is about, Hot Seats is about real-time coaching. It's an opportunity for you to ask your questions, for you to get feedback. And tonight, I'm excited because I get to bring you all up, okay? Actually, on video where you can ask your questions. I can get the emotion behind your questions and your answers, and we can really dive deeper into some of the challenges that you might be facing, struggles that you may be coming up against, roadblocks, all of those things that happen when we step in the arena, okay? So being in the arena, remember we talked last week all about what it is to be inside of the arena, what that looks like, what the first 30 days are going to look like. And really it's the initial jump, but also multiple jumps after that. What's going on, Katrina? I appreciate you inside of the chat. She is here to organize and make sure that we stay focused. So if you're interested in jumping into a hot seat, okay, go ahead and just type hot seat inside of the chat so that I can go ahead and bring it on up and answer those questions. I'm so excited about it. So being in the arena gets you visible, gets you seen, but it's not just about visibility for the sake of visibility, right? It's really about you taking action. No more planning, no more researching, no more all of the extra, right? Things that kind of hold us back, perfectionism, fear, all of those things. It's building in real time. It's kind of like this show, okay? Building in real time. And I talked about my own life experiences and how these things start to build for you, right? Like your experiences and the things that you go through. And a lot of times we don't connect the dots as to why things are happening until we look back. They always say hindsight is 2020, and it's completely for that reason. So we also have questions that were collected, prepared. We've been collecting questions via DM, collecting questions via email. So if you are part of the community on another platform or you are part of the email list, just know that you are much appreciated. So we have some additional questions that will maybe help us shake off some of the shyness, if you will, because I know a lot of times like coming into the arena, being visible, asking questions, it can be a little nerve-wracking at first, but sometimes we don't even know what to ask. So I want you to see yourself in these conversations, even when you don't know what to ask. I promise you're going to get something out of the conversation. So know that I appreciate you being in the arena on tonight, okay? Again, if you don't know what I do, my name is Dr. Sonia. I have been helping so many people, amazing entrepreneurs. What's going on, Jomari? Is it Jomari or Jomari? Let me know the correct pronunciation. I appreciate you. Hello. Bye. See you later. Let me know if you're watching this, where you are watching from. I appreciate you. I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate the reactions on today. Okay, so drop it inside of the chat. Let me know what questions you have about creating premium courses, starting your business, leaving your 9-to-5, all of those things. My specialty is premium courses. It is helping you take your knowledge, your expertise, and package those things. Absolutely. This is live. You are here. Absolutely. I appreciate you being here as well and inside of the chat. So helping you to take your messaging, right, your expertise, your life experiences, and turn them into the format of premium courses. So not just these one-off courses, because nobody's buying information anymore. If we haven't noticed already, it's too easily accessible. Right, we can see the information we need online. Okay, we can ask AI. I told Siri a couple of days ago, I was like, Siri, come on, man. What's going on? You're becoming kind of irrelevant, right? If you know what I mean. I go to ask Siri even what time it is or what the weather is, and it's so hard to get the information. But you go on to Google or chat or wherever, there are so many apps now where you don't even have to type the question in, right? You can just talk it. So information is too accessible to us today. So people aren't buying courses for information anymore. They're really buying for the results, the transformation. And so I'm gonna have yes, what is your question, Jamari? Type it into the chat, or you can feel free to request up. If you're interested in requesting up, make it about premium courses, entrepreneurship, business, all those things. We have some office hours next week that are happening for all questions, whether it's lifestyle, whatever it is. All right, that'll be happening next week. But you can request up by just typing in the chat hot seat. Okay, if you type in the chat hot seat, we'll go ahead and make sure that we get to your question. If you want to come up, if you have a question you prefer to just type it, then you can go ahead and type it into the chat. All right, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate y'all already. All positive in here. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. I am in the Northeast, so I'm in North America. Where are you from? Type it in the chat where you guys are from, where you're located, all of those things. Kat, when you're ready, you can drop the first question that we have from our community members inside of the chat for me. That way we'll jump into some awesome Q&A. I'm excited. Y'all, this is so like new for me doing evening lives. I don't typically do evening lives. Perfect. Germany in the building. What's going on, Charles? It's good to see you. I love Germany in the building. I love to see the global reach. Let me just check with Kat over here. Kat, can you also drop it into the chat on YouTube for me as well, please? Maybe I'm just not seeing it on my end. Perfect. Awesome. I got my other screen over here as well. Who else is in the building? Where are you guys from? Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Awesome. Okay, first question. What content goes into the actual launch script and launch videos? Okay, this is a really good question, but it really depends on. I appreciate the new sub as well. I appreciate you. Thank you, Jamari. I appreciate you. Mama, hello, hello. It's good to see you, Mama Dub. Hello, hello. All right, so what content goes in the actual launch script and launch videos? And this is for your premium courses, right? So let's back up for a second. Before you actually launch anything, we want to make sure that we have peeps and seats. We want to make sure we have students enrolled in our courses and programs. This is going to make it so much easier. Pro tip, it's going to make it so much easier for you to know exactly what content to put inside of the course, what content people are looking for as far as like your marketing and drawing people into your world. The types of clients that you enroll, the types of students that you enroll, they're going to tell you exactly where they're struggling, what their biggest challenges are, what their biggest obstacles are. It's so much easier to know what you need to help them with than for you to guess. Because think about it this way, right? And I had to learn this the hard way. You have been through many challenges, struggles, obstacles, roadblocks, lots of things on your way to achieving the goal that you want to help somebody else achieve, right? Because the whole reason that you're creating this course, we're not selling information. Remember, I said that at the top of this episode, it's because we're selling transformation. We're selling the result. Somebody wants to get something you have already achieved, and they want to do it without the mistakes, without the headache, without spending the extra money or energy or time. Okay, it's really that simple. And so if you can help somebody get to that result quickly and efficiently, okay, then they will pay you premium dollars to do that. Okay, it's just about how you package the value. So here's the easiest way to think about it. The roadblocks that you've hit, the obstacles that you've overcome, the struggles that you face, nobody else wants to go through that. If they don't have to go through that, the reason they're paying you is because They don't want to deal with what you had to do in order to get there. So you're going to extract the lessons, the things that worked that you actually did, and you're going to teach that. You're also going to talk about, okay, why they shouldn't do XYZ, make this mistake, or go down this path because this is likely to happen. This is what happened to me, right? Like that's the script that you're going to essentially use whenever you're teaching. So you're distilling lessons from your life experiences, okay? So when you enroll your clients ahead of time and your students ahead of time, instead of you guessing about exactly which moves you need to pinpoint, they're going to tell you exactly where they're stuck, where they're starting from, and then you as the expert, and when I say expert, most people cringe at that word because they're like, am I an expert? How am I an expert? Some people are like, I don't have the certificates or certifications to be an expert. I don't have the degrees to be an expert. I'm not old enough to be an expert, right? Like all of these things start to come up, and it's all very fear-based. If you have achieved the result or transformation that somebody else is seeking, you're an expert in that particular lane. Expertise is just your life experiences, okay? It's the applied wisdom that you have combined with the knowledge that you've gained through the process. That's literally it. And wisdom is applied knowledge. Okay? So it's like it's taking what you learn not from secondhand experiences, not because you heard somebody else talking about it, your aunties and cousins and friends, right? Like, oh, I went through this thing. No, it's what is it that you have personally experienced that's worth something to somebody. Okay. Please don't, how can I say this? Don't dilute your voice. Okay. Don't dilute your experiences. Don't dilute yourself. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oliver, hello. I appreciate you. Thank you. Don't dilute yourself, right? Don't dilute your life experiences. It's unnecessary. And a lot of times we do that comparing what we've done to what somebody else has going on or how far along somebody else is. But there's somebody who relates to the way that you teach, the way that you break down concepts, right? So when you enroll your students first, you can understand based on your expertise, based on your experience, where they are, what the challenge currently is, what the stumbling block is, and help them navigate either around it, over it, past it, okay, or just avoid it altogether. That's the easiest way for me to explain that to you. So you don't need to worry about content until after you sell your course, after you sell your program. Right now, when people try to create content before they sell the program, and I have come across so many people who have told me, hey, I have the content for my course. And I'm like, yeah, but if you just go based on the content right now, you're just going to be selling information. And we don't need that, especially not in 2026. That may have worked in 2012, 2015, 2018, even at the height of COVID, right? In 2019, 2020. But today in 2026, nobody wants that because we can figure that out. We got the information. Right now, a lot of the issue that many people are experiencing is going to be application. Okay, you got me? Because I do it too. It's application. Is we know what to do because we have the information right at our fingertips, but we don't apply it. We don't do it, right? Especially not right away. Like it got so good. Let me give you a personal example. This just happened to me today. I was working on some strategy stuff. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I'm probably going to go work on some strategy stuff after tonight's session as well. But I got to talking to my AI assistant, okay? And I was like, because we should all have one. I'm not saying don't use AI. I'm not saying that at all. All right. It can definitely help you in organizing personal tasks, organizing business tasks, all those things. But I got to talking about some stuff and it was like, so what are you going to do right now? And I was like, excuse me. I was like, wait a minute. Not you know me so well, right? But this is a human experience. Is having all this information at our fingertips. Like it's information overload at this point. We have so much information at our fingertips. And this is why I wanted to create in the arena. All right. In the arena, because I'm that person who the name of my business is Jump First for a reason. I have always been the person who will take the risk. I was the little girl who was skinning up her knees. Okay. My mom was like, girl. I was putting my mom through it, climbing trees. We had a tire swing in the backyard. Okay, I was that kid. I was skateboarding. I was doing all kind of stuff, playing ball. that was like, I liked it. All right. I enjoyed like doing physical activities, which is why I don't even know why I didn't know I liked hiking until like 5 years ago. I was like, oh, I actually like being outside for real. But I still don't like the bugs. But anyway, I digress. But that's my whole point, right? Is like it's the application piece in 2026 that most people are struggling with. So if you can actually help somebody, and this is why we're not selling information when you package premium courses, you can skip packaging these boring, no shade. You can skip packaging the $97, $497, even $1,000 courses. There's someone who is teaching this, a mentor that I actually still respect, admire, and look up to, but he was really teaching. He's like, when you saw $1,000 course, that's kind of high ticket. And I was like, not in 2026. Like all the bells and alarms are going off in my head. I was like, in 2026, $1,000 course, you don't need to be on a webinar to sell that. You don't need to be on the phone to sell that. You don't really need to run an ad to sell that. You can do that organically, and people will just go to your link in bio and purchase the course if it's effectively packaged. Now, if it's just information, people are struggling to, this is the reason people are struggling to sell a $7 course, a $27 ebook, right? A $5 thing. First of all, let me just say, you're not going to be able to hit the goals that you really want to hit financially or impactfully with a $5 thing, right? Or a $7 thing. It's just not going to happen. Those can be used as like lead magnets or upfront things, but you don't even need to focus on a lead magnet or an upfront thing until way later after you have your premium courses going. Like I have clients who have been selling their courses or premium courses for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And now they're ready for, okay, let me implement like lead magnets and start to scale. Like that's the thing. Like you can sell this and repeat this process over and over and over again. Sure, you could do it after a year, but what I'm saying is the whole point is don't expect to sell a $5 or $7 thing and be like, okay, now I'm going to hit all my financial goals and I'm going to make so much impact. That's we're lacking there, right? So my whole philosophy is start premium. When you start on the other side, $1,000 is not premium. You want to start with something that is at least $5,000 to $10,000. Okay. When you start premium, you can redistribute the wealth. And I know that some of y'all probably were like, 5,000, 10,000. Like, who's going to pay me that? Right. Like, that's the realistic conversations that happen in our heads. It happened to me when I first started. I was like, well, nobody knows me yet online. I don't have the marketing thing down, but you have to understand your power and you have to stand in your power. There is no one else on this earth with your experience, your life experience, the things that you have been through. People are going through similar things, sure, all the time. That's the reason you want to teach what it is that you want to teach, so you can help somebody navigate those obstacles and challenges that you've already overcome, the things that you have been through. Maybe they're on their way to them, or and you can prevent it, or they're in it. Okay, and you're trying to help them. But nobody has seen the things that you've seen the way that you've perceived it and seen it. Nobody's heard it the way that you've heard it. Okay, nobody's felt it the way that you felt it. And you have used your faculties, your resources, your gifts, your talents, your skill sets to navigate that thing. That is unique. That is a power. Nobody else has that. You got to stand in that. Okay. Premium 2026. We package experiences, not information. We package results, not information. We package transformation, not information. What are you bringing to somebody else's life that can change their life forever? That's what you're packaging. That's it. Okay. So I hope that is super helpful. I know that was like, I went off on a tangent for that one question, but we're going deep in the arena. Okay. Because I want you to move forward. I want you to actually take action. I don't want you consuming more information. I don't want you to be like, okay, I heard you, doc. That's great. And then tomorrow we do nothing with it. Just like my AI tool asked me today, well, what are you going to do now? Right now, tonight, like today. Don't wait. What is the actual action? Okay, so somebody type it in the chat. What's the actual action? If you've been thinking about launching your course, what's the actual action you're going to take tonight based on what we just talked about? All right, based on your content. Other questions, if you have questions, type it in the chat. If you're not shy and you want to come up live and jump into the hot seat and tell me about your ideas, your course topic, you want some coaching from me on how to package your content, whatever it is, premium pricing, just drop hot seat in the chat and we'll bring you up. Okay. Kat, you have another question for me while we wait? If you are nervous or shy about jumping in the hot seat, just type your question in the chat. That's cool too. Oh, I think I'm supposed to be holding my cup the other way. I am not left-handed though. So, and then I got the lipstick on there, but it says 1 degree hotter. I thought it was so cute. I think my mom got it for me. It's super cute. Okay. Let's see what else we got on here. Okay, how can I make content user-friendly and interactive? This is really, really good. So one of my favorite ways to do that is to involve coaching and mentorship. Like you need some aspect of coaching and mentorship inside of your program. When you start to include that, it will come. And this is also why I say, make sure that you are, awesome, I'm checking the chat. Make sure that you are, in addition to adding mentorship and coaching, I lost it for a second. In addition to adding mentorship and coaching, we're not just selling information, right? So, in not just selling information, if you just put a $97 course or $197 course, a $497 course, it's very hard to get somebody to want to go through all the information because it's already there. It's too easy for me to talk to AI, essentially. It's too easy for me to hit the little microphone and go, hey, can you tell me the answer to this real quick? That's just it, right? What, I don't know what YouTube is doing. I think that's like a YouTube prompt. That was so weird. Like, okay, Q&A. Anyway, right? It's so easy not to finish something these days or not to go through a course. I have courses that, I paid $497 for or $1,000 for, or even $3,000 for, that have collected virtual dust. I'm going to be completely honest, right? The inherent results are in the investment. So the higher the investment, the more inherent the results. Here's what I mean by that. The more you pay, the more you pay attention. That's just it. Think about anything that you've purchased. Like the more you've paid for it, the more you've cared for it, paid attention to it, it lasted a little longer. I'm being honest with you, right? So the more people pay, the more they pay attention. Like the results are almost inherent when you start charging premium prices. So to make it user friendly and interactive, I mean, that's kind of a 2020 question, right? Or a 2021 question, 2019 question. That's when you take a course, you create it, and you just set it out for people to buy. Now, that is some people's intention. But again, going back to that, is not, we're not going to see courses in that fashion for very much longer. Like nobody's buying that. Okay. Like nobody's really interested in that in 2026. We want it to be interactive. We want it to be user friendly, but your premium buyer specifically, think about it. They want the result. So if I have to go through and dig through every single module to get to the answer to my question, I'm not going to want to do that. So the easy way to bypass that is I want to pay more money so I can have access to my mentor or my coach. Because when I have a question, I just want them to answer it. Right? Doesn't that make sense? So I often say premium buyers don't walk into luxury car dealerships for a free keychain. If I'm going to pay a premium price point, it's because I'm ready for the result right now. So it's already interactive and it's inherently interactive. It's inherently user friendly. We're also not building out these gigantic courses anymore either, right? Where it's 20 modules, 25 or 30 modules. Why? Why are we making people dig through information to get to the transformation? Most people aren't going to finish a course if that's the case. I know I wouldn't. I've been in courses where it's been 50 modules, a new module every week. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't want to go watch it again. And this is also the reason why a lot of strategy, like from a business strategist standpoint, from really looking at premium courses and how they're operating, your premium clients aren't really looking for the free stuff anymore. Like, they want exclusive experiences, right? They never really have been looking for the free stuff. They might consume some free content, some free stuff real quick to determine whether or not they want to work with you, whether or not you can actually help them get the result. That's really what they care about. Can you help me get the result? Do you have results? And if you're somebody who's just starting out and you're like, well, I don't really know. I don't have a business currently. Um, do I already have results? Not really, because I don't have any paid clients yet, right? And that was my dilemma when I first started, which is why I was undercharging for my courses, which is why I was really afraid to step into my own power and my own worth. And one day it kind of clicked for me, and I was like, well, even though I haven't had paid clients per se for this business, I still have results. I have results for myself, right? I've been doing this thing. So it's not like I came on the scene and was like, I'm going to help you create a course, because this was the thing, right? Especially in 2019, I'll just call it like it is. People were like, oh my gosh, she has a course helping people create courses. And I'm like, well, who else is going to do it? Like, what are we talking about? This is my actual expertise. I'm not in, there are, don't get me wrong, there are some gurus who were like, I want to help people create courses about courses, but their main thing, they didn't start off with that, right? Like, I came into this with the background of developing courses for universities and colleges and nonprofits and businesses. Like, that was, this is already, this is my lane for real, right? Is developing courses. But I could see like how courses and course creators were getting a bad rep, because some of the course creators, their courses were flopping because they weren't packaging them correctly. All right, like we're talking about tonight. Let's just be for real. They weren't packaging them correctly. And so they just turned and went, well, they kind of did a 180 and was like, well, courses are popping right now. Let me just teach people how to create courses. And then those got a bad rep because their courses, the original courses, weren't good to begin with, right? So how can you teach somebody something that you're not familiar with? This is why I say, like, whatever topic you're teaching, it should be based on your expertise. It should, and expertise again is just your knowledge, your experience. That's it. Your knowledge and experience. Okay. And then you throw your passion in there with that. Like, you need to be passionate about what you're teaching. Otherwise, you're going to burn out. It's not going to be fun. Okay. You want to have fun. You want to light up. That's why I was like, oh, I was doing strategy before this, popping on for some hot seats. I love it here. Okay. And then I'm going to do strategy after this, because what I'm doing is fun. There are so many people, a lot of times my family members, especially like my nieces, they'll be like, you're working again? I'm like, girl, yes, if you only understood. I love this. This doesn't feel like work. Like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with business. Becomes fun when you learn how to play the game. When you understand that, like, I'm building this strategy. I want to see, like, what data do I get from this? What are the, I'm going to test this out real quick. Let me see like what happens. But it only happens like that when you're having fun, when you're doing something that you actually enjoy. That's it. So for many professionals, I always say, like, that next level, if you're feeling like tired, burnt out, like you're not having fun anymore, a lot of times the next level is for you to teach what you've been doing. And then, like, it re energizes what you fell in love with in the first place. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I know it does for a lot of the people I work with. It did for me. I've always loved teaching. Always. My mom will tell you I was teaching since I was a little girl, teaching Sunday school. Not even really knowing the weight of what I was doing, right? Teaching is a gift. It is not, everybody's not meant to teach. I'll let that one sit there. Kat, what else you got for me? I don't see any other questions in the chat unless I'm looking at the wrong chat. Can you drop it in over here so I can kind of see? Because I don't know. Last time I think I was looking at the wrong chat. I was like, wait, where's the questions? What is up, SoCal? Hello, hello. Oh, that's my mom and my daddy. Hello. Oh, Italy in the building. I love it. Greetings from Italy. Hello, Lino. It's good to see you as well. I love it. Y'all are awesome. I love to see the global reach. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for the subs, by the way. If this is resonating with you and you're new here and you have no idea what's going on, we're just talking. All right. So lots of questions about, I answer questions all the time about premium courses, also entrepreneurship, life stuff. Okay. Like things in general, but premium courses is my jam. Teaching is my jam. How to take what you know, your expertise, package it into the format of a premium course, luxury coaching and mentorship brands and programs. So if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, bell notification, so you know when new episodes like this drop. I am here in the arena. Just started in the arena. I'm so excited about it. It's in the arena with Dr. Sonia, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so I'm so happy to see like the global reach and to see y'all here. What time is it where you guys are watching from? I'm always so interested in that as well. Okay, let me take a sip of water before we go into this next question. If you have questions, type it inside the chat. If you would like to come up on video for some hot seat coaching, just type hot seat in the chat. All right, don't be shy. I got y'all. Okay, how do you determine relevant topic content in this space of time we are currently in and the ability to reach the right audience? That is a great question, and I feel like it can span any time period. So how do you determine relevant topic content in the space of time we are currently in and the ability to reach the right audience? You talk to your people. That's literally it. Talk to people. Like, get to know people. Social media is supposed to be social, and social media won't always look how it looks right now. I always tell my clients this. It also won't always be free. I just see the trajectory and look at the historical data. And I just feel like social media, and I listen to people, okay? And I talk to other people who are in the space. And I don't feel like it will always be free. Not this version of social media that we currently have. So it's here, it's now, it's free. Like, first of all, use it to promote your business, your services. Please stop sitting, okay, on your gifts and talents. Like, use the free tools you have available to you now. Secondly, it's social media. Get social. Like, where else do we have the opportunity? This is a prime example. So many people from so many different places. Where else do you have the opportunity to connect with people globally? Just talk to people, right? Just start putting some of your ideas out there. What is it that you're currently working on? The perfection that is happening, and it happens with my high performers, high achievers. I know it very well because it's me. I always say I'm a recovering perfectionist. But the perfection that is happening individually, like solo, on your own time, behind the scenes, because you're not telling anybody what you're working on, is keeping you stuck. It's keeping you where you are because you won't talk about your projects. You won't talk about your passion. You won't talk about what you are currently working on. But if you start talking about it, and I'm not necessarily saying, you know, the people you shouldn't tell, right? You know, the people you shouldn't tell. There are people in all of our lives, all right? No shade, but there are people in all of our lives who mean well, but they don't understand what you're doing. Okay? They don't understand what you're doing. They don't understand. Fight for bookkeeping. I'm excited to bring you up. Hot seat in the building. Let's get it. Let's get it. They don't understand you, right? And so we'll bring you up in 1 second. Let me, you know how I am about these thoughts, right? This brain of mine just goes 100 miles a minute. So although people mean well, your family members, friends, they don't understand what you're currently working on. So sometimes you can't tell certain people. However, there are internet friends, people globally who want to support what you're doing, who are actively searching for the idea that you have and want to help you bring it to life. As much as the world will tell us that everything's so negative and terrible right now, and there it's so divisive and this over here and that over here, which is why I do not watch the news. If there's something that I feel like I need to know about, I hear about it, right? From family members, friends, being out and about, like I hear about it. But I don't indulge in those things because it will skew your perception of reality. Reality is there are so many more people who want to support you. This is a big world. Like, yeah, small, but big. Okay. So many more people, not in your vicinity, who want to support you, who appreciate and value your ideas, your gifts, and your talents, who are positive, who are happy, okay, who want to be around you, again, who want to support you. So by you holding everything so close to your chest all the time, all your projects, you're missing out on making the impact you want to make, and also like the life that you want to create for yourself. Start talking to people. That's how you figure out what's relevant. You got to just start talking to people. And then you reach the right people by talking to people, right? The more you talk to people, the more data you collect. And we talked about that in the last episode. Okay, cool beans. I'm excited for our first hot seat. Let's go. Yes, please drop the link, Kat. Perfect. I'm so excited to bring you up. I don't know why everything's so sing-songy tonight. I'm not usually so sing-songy, unless it's just me and my dog Chestnut, right? He's heard all the songs. All right, pray for bookkeeping. If you want to click on that link right there, I'll go ahead and bring you up. And that way we can get some live coaching in. I'm very excited. Okay, no problem. We'll give you a second to come on in. In the meantime, in between time, any other questions, drop it inside the chat. Let me know what y'all are thinking. Kat, if you want to drop another question real quick while we wait, that would be awesome. Perfect. Oh, this is a quick one. How small is too small or too little when it comes to content? Less is more. I know we've heard the saying. Less is more, especially when you're doing premium. Okay, so when you're dealing with premium clients, premium offers, premium courses, you do not need to jam pack your courses. Think about it like this. What you want to teach, you probably learned in a decade or over decades. There's no way that you're going to put all of that into a course, right? So, into one course. So, think of it like one course should maybe be 6 to 8 weeks. And I'm like on the 6 side, right? Like 4 to 6 at this point. People's attention spans are really short. Your premium buyers want to get to the result as quickly as possible. We want to hear your backstory, but we do not need like you ate McDonald's on December 5th, 1987. We don't need that part unless something extremely relevant happened on December 5th, 1987 at the McDonald's that is relevant to the result I'm trying to get. Okay. So you don't have to pack everything into one course. All right. So less is always more for your premium courses. Oh no, it won't let you join. When you tap the link, what does it say? Hold on. Let me see. Kat is getting it together. Okay, it says it won't let me join. I don't know. That is the right link, right, Kat? Oh no. That is so strange. Let me see. Let me see if I can paste it. I'm so interested in this. Yeah, no. Okay, I don't need that. It's like, do you want to do Q&A? No. It will not let me. Kat, is it letting you on your end? Thank you guys for being patient. We're gonna have a different tool for next time. And you said the link says the page does not exist. That is so wild. Yeah, it looks like the page is opening. Oh, it says Kat says it won't let her either. Okay. Hang on one second, y'all. We're gonna get it together. Let's see if I can find out. Hang on one second. Did it like change links on me? Okay, while we're doing that, if you have other questions, please feel free to drop it inside of the chat. Or if you have a topic, a course topic, a unique course topic, I'm really interested in hearing more about those as well. No course topic ever surprises me, especially these days. They're fun. I love, and no, every course topic will sell. I haven't come across one that does not. It's just about the way that you package it. And some people are like, well, and I just sent you another link, Kat, a fresh one. So let me know if that one works. Because for some reason, I can't type into the chat. Or I don't know where the chat is on my end. Okay, so still the same. Maybe, I think it might be because it's on a browser, Kat, and you have to go on a phone. But I don't know. Because I don't know. Can you try dropping that one inside of is that the same link? Can you try dropping that one inside of the chat if it's not the same link? I'm so sorry. I really wish we could bring you up here. Next time we'll have a different platform, so we'll be able to bring it up on a different platform. We'll be still streaming on YouTube, but we'll be from a different platform, so it'll be easier to navigate, bringing you all up. But can you type your question? Are you able to type your question in the chat? And then I promise I'll give you an answer. I really wish you could be up here. We're still going to troubleshoot and see if we can get you up here. I am not sure. But I do not thank you. I appreciate you. Yay. Fight for bookkeeping. Thank you so much for typing. I appreciate you. All right. I just need to help brainstorming. I feel like a lifelong student with no expertise. I'm a bookkeeper and I teach QuickBooks, and I'm currently teaching myself NLP. Okay, cool. So it's like brainstorming a topic and figuring out what it is that you're going to teach. This would work so much better if you were here on live. I think when I clicked the link. Not techie at all. Can you tell? So when I clicked the link, it actually let me like join. So I'm not sure like what that's about. But let me answer your question though. So do you need help with brainstorming a topic? And I totally understand like the lifelong student thing. And that happens a lot, especially with high performers, high achievers. We're always on to the next thing. And that was part of the thing that I was brainstorming today, like during my strategy session with myself, essentially, which I do those with the whiteboard and I just map stuff out. And it's one of my favorite things to do is like, I feel like I'm a builder, right? And let me know if this resonates. So it's like, I want to go learn a bunch of stuff and then I build stuff and then sometimes the stuff I build, I go, okay, yay, that's great. And then I'm like, oh, I want to build this other thing too. Right. And so it's like blinders on. All right. So here's the thing about being a lifelong learner and like also being a builder or creative. It's once you make a decision, you line up with it and then you go all in. And a lot of times people will give up on the thing that they decided to go all in on because something else looks shinier, right? It's not like the thing that they started with loses its appeal, but something else comes along and it still is focus and attention, a focus, right? We just made a word up. So it still is focus and attention. It kind of reminds me of when I got my first Peace Lily. Before my first Peace Lily, I got it for my grandmother's funeral in 2017, February of 2017, 23rd, I believe it was. And my mama's here. So my mama you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was. And so I walked out of there with my first Peace Lily. But prior to that, I could not keep a plant alive for anything. Okay. Like nothing. Thank you, mama. So I couldn't keep any plants alive. It was a hot mess. Flowers, I liked them, but couldn't keep them alive. And so what I found having the first peace lily was like all I devoted all my attention, my energy, everything was to this one plant. And survived for years, right? And then I moved, got a new one. It's just, yeah, it's a thing. So peace lilies are my favorite at this point. I also am developing a likeness for orchids. So anyway, with that being said, when I looked back as to why the plants were always dying, okay, and I couldn't keep them alive before this peace lily, it was because my attention was so split. I would have multiple plants around the house, multiple flowers, okay, because they were all cutesy, and I was like, oh yes, I can brighten this space up and brighten that space up. But because I wasn't giving 100% to any of them, right, they weren't surviving. And so I apply that to my business, understanding what season I am currently in and what specifically I need to focus on. So here's what I do for everything. One goal. I just talked to my sister about this the other day. What is the one thing that you're looking to accomplish in this season? Everything that doesn't align with that should needs to go. Like that's just straight up, right? So if there's one thing that like what's the major goal you want to accomplish? What does not align? Move it out the way. My next best piece of advice, hire a mentor for the one thing you want to achieve. So being in business, understanding seasons, some people like hire mentors ahead of the season that they're currently in, if that makes sense. I did it. I was not in a position to, I was running ads before I hired a mentor for ads, right? Like prime example. Then I hired a mentor for scaling before my season for scaling. I wasn't ready for scaling, right? So when I learned to evaluate my season and evaluate the goals I was trying to reach, then I started being better at hiring the mentor I needed because we want to go faster. Like it's nothing wrong with going fast. It's just knowing what you need to go fast about and having the right support in place. Trying to go fast by yourself a lot of times is you're competing with your own goal. And I did it, which is why I speak to it, right? A high performer. It's like, I want to go fast and I want to reach this thing. This is my goal over here. And we think we need to do this and that. And it's like all these competing things, but they're competing against the goal that you have. When you have one singular goal, you have one singular focus, there should be everything you do should just align with that thing. To go faster is not to add more things, it's essentially to hire somebody who already did it. That's the cheat code. It's okay to go faster, but there's a way to do it, right? So it's like, what's the actual goal? And instead of adding more things, like it just looks, you feel fulfilled in the moment because you feel like you're making progress because your time is occupied. But a lot of times it's just busy work, right? If I'm being completely honest. So it's like, what's the goal, the number one goal? And you can let me know inside the chat, Fight for Bookkeeping. Pardon me. What's your number one goal, right? And then what are the activities that you are currently doing to hit that goal? And maybe that's something you want to evaluate. If you don't feel comfortable like putting it in the chat, that's cool too. But if you want to talk it out, I'm here and as fast as your fingers can type. Again, I'm sorry we can't bring you up. I don't know what's going on with the link. But that's it, right? Like that's the cheat code. That's the thing. Everybody's looking to go faster. And that's my whole thing too. Is like I say people always say there's no shortcut. There's no shortcut. I agree. Like there's no shortcut to the work that is required, but you can still go fast. You can still like not go through everything that you would go through if you didn't have the right support. So technically, right, is there a shortcut or a cheat code? Yeah, it's mentorship. That's why my dissertation was on mentorship. That's why I study mentorship. That's why all my programs have mentorship aspects and components to them because that's the cheat code. Yep. Awesome. So I want to make $1 million. I'm trying to sell real estate and run my bookkeeping business with a VA to do it. Okay. So two businesses, right? Two businesses at one time. I would say focus on one. What's the one that, because I mean, to be honest, it sounds like, and $1 million, can I say this too? Everybody thinks $1 million is a normal goal to have. It's not normal. Okay. It's not normal. A lot of times it's normal because of the circles. It becomes normal because of the circles that you put yourself in. I gotta say that one more time. It becomes normal because of the circles you put yourself in. But to our typical everyday circles, people who are not typically business oriented or business minded, right? Like, or entrepreneurial minded, I should say, like that's not normal. That's not a normal goal. And people will try to rationalize you out of that goal. So I'm gonna just say that. Second thing, that's two businesses. I would say you need to focus on one, right? One at a time, I'll say. So what's the one, in my opinion, that's going to get you to your goal the fastest, right? And it's not saying that, because I need to clarify this too, because people will take that and they'll run with it. It's not to say that there's an overnight situation to any of it. It just doesn't happen like that. It doesn't, everybody will look at it once you hit the goal and go, oh my God, you just arrived. And it's like, no, I appreciate that. But I've been working on this. Like I sowed the seed, I've been watering and nurturing my seed, I've been doing all the things, okay, that are required to get me here. So that's what I would say. I would say pick one of those and then focus all your attention there. Like back to the plant analogy, focus. Like you need 100% focus on one thing. Get that there and then move to the next thing. Cool. Luxury real estate can do it in a year. Bookkeeping, yep. I say focus on the thing that's gonna get you there, right? Yeah, that's it. And then here's the other thing too, right? I'm not saying it can't be done because it certainly can be. Like I'm all for it. I'm all for a very ambitious, aggressive goal. That's me. All right. My family members and friends will tell you all day long, my clients too, set the most ambitious goals. All right. So yes, right, it's definitely doable in a year. Here's my other thing. A lot of people will go, oh my gosh, I set this goal. I said I wanted to do this thing. And this is the time I said I wanted to do it. And it's not here yet. Once they get to the point, right? Like let's say a year, for instance. But like the breakthrough could be a year and 3 months. Just saying, right? Like, so just keep going. Like you have to have the wherewithal. It's not just discipline. It's going back to the last conversation that we had on Tuesday as well. That episode, it was about inspiration, right? Like, what is the thing? People say inspiration and they start thinking about motivation. That's not what I'm talking about. Inspiration. What's the thing that's going to keep you going when everything outside of you is like, that's not going to happen? No way. That doesn't look right. You sure? Right? What's the thing that's going to keep you going? Even if, and there have been times in my business, I talk about this often. There was a time, one time, I let it happen one time. After that, I was like, no. And there was a time in my business where I kind of had to like start everything over. Like I had to fire clients. I had to fire a whole entire cohort because it wasn't right. It wasn't the right students inside of that program, and was throwing off everything, including the way that I was showing up. I was not feeling my business. And so everything looked wrong at the moment. I was like, I don't like this. I'm not having fun. I don't know what I'm about to do. The money was there. On paper, it was successful, all of these things, but like I didn't feel right. And so I decided I'm gonna start this thing over. Right? Let me just, if I built it once, I can do it again. Pro tip. If you do it once, you can do it again, which is why I always say make your first course sale and then you can do it again. If you did it the first time, it's just rinse and repeat. And then you tweak, right? Rinse and repeat and then you tweak. How do I make it better? And that's it. When you have a solid foundation, you can always return to it. So Foundation is solid, you know it's solid. You try to build additional stories on top of that foundation. Maybe it doesn't go right. You need to knock a story or two off. Your foundation is still solid. You can always return to that. So make sure the foundation of whatever you're building is solid first, and then you build upon that. And then it won't feel like, although I felt like I had to start over, my foundation was so solid, no time, right? I had a new cohort, no, literally within a couple of weeks, a full cohort, no time, okay, because of foundation. So that would be my best piece of advice. Awesome sauce. I hope that is super helpful. Let me know, Fight for Bookkeeping, inside of the chat. Did I answer your question? Is it helpful? Please let me know. I appreciate you. Thank you for typing. Again, thank you for typing. Awesome sauce. Okay. I think that's all the questions we're going to do for tonight. This has been like super fun. I'm having a lot of fun teaching. I'm having a lot of fun in the arena with you all. I'm just having fun with these episodes. This is a much different format, okay, than than I've been used to, but I'm having fun. So next week, what do we have? We have office hours. All right. So office hours, I'll be hanging out, working on some projects. I'll talk through some of what it is that I am currently working on, and you can come back and ask more questions. All right. And then we got some fun stuff to round out the end of this month. I can't believe we're already in May. And so I'll keep you posted. I actually sent out, I'll tell you, because I sent out an email earlier today. If you got it and you're part of my email list, kudos. Okay, I hope you fill out that form. But I have something super fun coming at the end of the month. We are doing speed dating. And so we're doing business speed dating, and we're also doing speed dating, okay, for entrepreneurs. And so I'm very excited about it. We sent out the email already. If you haven't received it or you're interested, send an email to hello@jumpfirst.org, and Kat will make sure to get you the form that you can fill out to be on the panel. I'm very excited about it. You can either do the business panel, so it's business mentors. We're matching mentors with mentees, and I'm excited about that. All premium. Okay, let's get into it. And then the other thing that we're doing is the actual dating panel. So I'm very excited about that too. There are eligibility requirements all laid out, all the stuff. All right, it's going to be super fun. And yeah, I'm excited to be bringing something fun to this platform, to this industry. And let's go. All right, let's shake it up. I appreciate y'all. Yes, I often, Pfeiffer Bookkeeping says, yes, I often share my goals, but a million is the beginning for me. Just not everyone understands. Totally get it. You are in the right place. You're in the right place. I understand. We understand. I'm so happy that you are here, and thank you for sharing with me. I appreciate you trusting me with that, and trusting me to coach you through it. So thank you, thank you. So again, if you're interested in speed dating, okay, at the end of May, then you can go ahead and send an email over to hello@jumpfirst.org, whether it's the business mentorship panel or the dating panel. We gotta find another way to say that. But yeah, the dating panel. Okay. You send an email to hello@jumpfirst.org. If you're interested in learning more about the programs and courses and offerings through Jump First Academy, you can get started two ways. One, I'm always going to plug, okay, my products and services because I know the impact that they make on people with big dreams and big goals like us, okay, my high performers. You can get into the 9 to Thrive movement at jumpfirstacademy.org/9 to thrive. If you are currently working a 9 to 5 and you are ready to change that, okay, or you have a side hustle or you're just getting started in your business, or you're like, I want to find out what more of these premium courses are really about, and you're like, I don't want the free stuff, I want to come into the paid stuff so I can get your mentorship, your hands-on coaching, all of those things, then you need to check out the 9 to Thrive movement. Kat just dropped the link inside of the chat. Again, it's jumpfirstacademy.org/9 to thrive. We kick off next week. There's general admission and VIP. VIPs, you get to come behind the scenes with me every single day. In addition to our general training, you also get VIP walkthroughs and implementations before and after that training, which is awesome. So we essentially are spending like a day together. Okay, I'm so excited about it. If you're interested in and cannot wait for next week, okay, and you're interested in more about what is my methodology, I put it all out there because I truly believe that any coach or mentor that you are going to hire, they should tell you their methodology up front. Okay, it should not be a secret. That's not behind a paywall. So you can go check out my Teach It method at jumpfirstacademy.org. There, you're going to see a quick training. It takes like 30 minutes or less. And there are other resources there for you to grab for free to help you implement. But also, there are additional paid resources so you can start implementing right away. All right. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. And I'll catch y'all back here next Tuesday. This has been In the Arena with Dr. Sonia. Please remember, in the arena is not comfortable, but is always forward progress, always forward momentum. That's what we're about here. I appreciate you for showing up. I appreciate you for being visible. I appreciate you for being transparent. And I appreciate you for hanging out with me. Okay. I'll see y'all back here next week. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. Bye, y'all.